how to identify points, lines, and line segments. Let's take a look at this dot, but it's actually called a point. A point tells us a specific location, and it's usually named by a capital letter. In this case, it's point A. So we have point A here, and point B, point C, point D, point E, and point F. We have 6 points in front of us, but a lot of times it actually won't have that word point next to it. It would look like this. We still have those 6 points, and they are labeled as a capital letter. A lot of times they're also on some type of line. In this case, this line has 2 arrows at the end. These arrows are telling me something. The arrows are telling me that this line never ends, and it continues to go, and it is endless. So it's known as a line. Sometimes, though, we might only look at a portion or a piece of a line. For this case, let's look at AB. AB. I notice that it has 2 dots on the ends now. A and B. That means it does have a beginning and an end. But let's take a look at another one. Let's look at D, E, F. These points, D, E, and F, are on this line, and it does have a beginning and an end. Since they do not continue to go on, and there's a beginning and an end, it is known as a line segment. Let's see if you can find the match. Pause this video and match a picture to its vocabulary word. Let's see how you did. If we have this picture here, I see that there's an arrow on this end and there's an arrow on this end. That's telling me that it is endless and it continues to go on and on. That's called a line. If we look here, this is identifying a specific location, and it's called a point. Last but certainly not least, we have this line here, and it does have a beginning and an end. It does not have arrows. It has a dot on each end, or a point on each end. That's telling me that it is a line segment. Let's step it up a notch. Can you match the definition to the vocabulary word? Let's do this together. A dot that identifies a specific location and is usually named a capital letter. Is that a point, a line segment, or a line? That's right, it's a point. Next, an endless line. That means it continues to go on, and it's identified by arrows, right? So that's called a line. Last one, part of a line that begins and ends, and it's identified by a point on each end. That's a line segment. Good job. So today you learned all about points, lines, and line segments. So say this last sentence with me. I can identify points, lines, and line segments.